6:30, good morning. A Vancouver man found guilty of human trafficking will be sentenced today in BC Supreme Court. Franco Orr was found guilty of trafficking his family's nanny, Leticia Samiento. Court found she was essentially a modern-day slave, working 16-hour days, 7 days a week, with no time off as she cared for Orr's 3 young children. The Crown is asking for a sentence of 5 or 6 years. The defense wants a conditional sentence, calling Orr a family man who doesn't need to be separated from society. Orr's conviction for human trafficking was the first under the Immigration Act. The death toll from this morning's powerful earthquake in the central Philippines is now up to 93. The 7.2 magnitude quake hit a central Philippine island. Most of the deaths occurred near the town of Carmen, where buildings and historic churches in the area were toppled. The number of dead might have been greater in offices and schools had they not been closed for a national holiday. A 25-year-old woman is recovering from severe beatings and sexual assault in Vancouver after getting into a vehicle she thought was a cab. It happened early Saturday morning in Gastown. We join reporter Greg Harper there now. And Greg, this is still very much a story raising concerns about public safety.
Yeah, it is, Jody. I'm here on Water Street near Abbott in Gastown. This disturbing incident happened right around here. And it happened on the weekend. A 25-year-old woman from North Vancouver was leaving the area around 2 o'clock in the morning when she flagged down what she thought was a taxi. Turns out it wasn't. She got in and she was driven to an area in East Vancouver where she was severely beaten and then sexually assaulted. She managed to escape her attacker and get help. Police are saying this about the investigation.
I think this is a pretty unique case for someone to mistakenly get into a minivan thinking it's a cab. You know, the chances of it happening again, I think, are fairly rare, but we always want people to be vigilant. What we're really hoping here for is also that someone gives us a phone call so that we can figure out who this is, who's responsible, and stop him before he gets the opportunity to offend again.
Police are now looking for a man described to be Aboriginal, between 35 and 39. Heavy set, a large belly, around 250 pounds. He also had a shaved head. And he was driving an older model minivan, dark in color, with sliding doors on both sides. If you have any information at all you think may be helpful to police, you're asked to give them a call. Jody?
What a frightening story. Thank you. Greg Harper reporting for us this morning from Gastown. Police are investigating a second sexual assault at UBC in the last 2 weeks. A student had just entered her apartment building early Sunday when she was attacked by a man hiding in a stairwell. He ripped off her coat and groped her. The woman screamed and managed to get away. Her attacker then took off. He is described as white, in his mid to late 20s, around 5'10", with a medium build. He was wearing a dark hoodie at the time. Popular Trail remains closed at UBC after a landslide on Sunday. Do not enter signs are posted at the entrance to Trail 5 in Pacific Spirit Park. UBC Mounties say the slide left behind a 600-foot cliff down to the shore. The trail leading to Wreck Beach will remain off limits to the public for now. Members of Parliament will be back on the Hill tomorrow for the throne speech. In it, the Conservatives will outline their legislative plans for the next 2 years. It's expected to have a consumers first agenda. The retail community is hoping for cuts to tariffs that in part create the price gap between goods sold here and in the U.S. Retailers are also hoping to see their credit card costs reduced. In the U.S., there are predictions that an elusive deal between U.S. Senate leaders to avoid a U.S. default and reopen government could happen as early as today. Officials say an emerging deal would raise the debt limit until at least mid-February and halt the 2-week-old partial government shutdown. Congressional aides predict Majority Leader Harry Reid and Republican Leader Mitch McConnell will seal an agreement today. All right, it is 6:34, time to check in with your sports, and for that we head over to the Connected Studios. Don Taylor and James Cebulski. Guys?